Good evening, friends, and welcome to what is essentially the end of Saturday and the beginning of Sunday. It's not quite midnight yet, though. I think it's only just now turning 11-ish, give or take. So, not too terrible. Also, I didn't realize I was leaning the camera. I lose focus for 1 second. Suddenly the tripod's like, meow. It's been a nice day, though. I actually got to hang out with my brother for the first time in a very long time. I did technically see him back in September. I was walking around town and I ended up on his side of town. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drop by and say hello. It's been, before then I hadn't seen him since before the pandemic. So I dropped by and just said hello, and we figured, since I'm moving out of state soon, we would hang out. So that's what we did. I also finally got this back. This is my copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I let him borrow this before the pandemic, and I haven't been able to get it since, but I was able to get it back tonight, or today I guess, and it's been fun. Since I've beaten all the other Xenoblade games, I feel like it's only fitting for me to play this one. I did try playing it years ago, before I let my brother borrow it, and my problem was that the world of Xenoblade X is very complicated to navigate. So I got lost, hardcore, to the point where I couldn't actually figure out how to progress. And that was an interesting time. I'm actually kind of ironically, it's kind of ironic in a way, I guess, or I don't know if ironic's the word, but it's definitely interesting that I talk about how I got lost in that initial playthrough, and in my current playthrough, I am actually playing with the minimap turned off. Yeah, it's a choice. I figured that I'm trying to be less dependent on minimaps in games, or world maps in general. I will only use one if I, desperately need it, but for the most part, I'm trying to learn to develop sort of a, I guess, relationship with the in-game maps, and learning to navigate them myself, letting myself get lost, and kind of, over time, figuring out the layout of everything. Because that's how we learn. We just learn by doing, and I'm gonna do that with this game. Xenoblade Chronicles X is a very massive game, and I don't know if I will 100% it. I've never 100%ed a Xenoblade game. I did get close with Xenoblade 1, but I don't think I actually, filled out the affinity chart. But I'll definitely do as much content as I can. I'm going to treat this like Final Fantasy XIV or something, and just take it one step at a time. I'm not going to try to rush it or anything. I don't want to rush through the story. I just want to enjoy the process, enjoy the side quests, enjoy the characters, the world. The world of Xenoblade Chronicles X is what drives me to it so much. It's such a fascinating world. I love Takahashi's more sci-fi-ish work, kind of like Xenosaga, or even Xenogears. Xenogears isn't as sci-fi as Saga and Chronicles X, but it definitely leans into it more than the Xenoblade Chronicles trilogy does. And I like it. I feel like he does too. And, now that the main Chronicles trilogy is over, who knows? Maybe the next Xeno game we see will lean into the sci-fi aesthetic a lot heavier, like Saga and X do. Anyway, that's kind of enough of a video game tangent from me. I do that a lot. I didn't get a lot of writing done. I haven't done a lot of mindfulness exercising either, so who knows, maybe I'll meditate before bed and kind of try to practice that mindfulness. That's also something I'm doing while I record these vlogs. I'm kind of trying to focus on my dictation or my diction, and trying to enunciate my words better so they're not slurring together quite as much, because I don't know if that's a West Coast thing, but I often kind of do that lazy thing where I'll just throw half a sentence together and put it all in one word. It happens, and maybe only I really notice it, because I don't think anyone's ever mentioned it, but it's something I have kind of picked up on. So when I record these, I want to be a little more mindful when I speak. And I'm not going to try to speak eloquently. Like, I'm still human. I'll still mess up and everything, but I do want to get my words clearer, a little better. Just so that way you guys have an easier time understanding me, if that makes sense. But, yeah, in a way, recording a vlog is like a mindfulness exercise too. So, I guess, in a way, I'm getting what I want by just doing this. Speaking of recording vlogs, I want to thank you guys so much for watching these. I know that kind of sounds like the beginning of my intro. I'm not ending the vlog yet, and you can probably tell by the runtime, but thank you guys so much for kind of bearing with me. I know that these kind of pop up on people's feeds sometimes, and they'll be like, oh, that's like old school 2000s YouTube. It's like, hell yeah. I don't go for that aesthetic intentionally, but I like that that's what people get out of it. But, like, for those of you who do kind of watch it and kind of catch up on occasion with my life and everything, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate doing this vlog, and even though it's not like a career or anything, it's a fun hobby. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope to continue doing this for many more months. You know, I think it'd be pretty damn cool to record every day of my life for an entire year, and then see if we can get past that, maybe do another year. But that's thinking a little too far in advance, so who knows. Let's see if we can make it to April 2025. I will try to record every day, no guarantees that I'll be able to upload every day. Like, for example, today I didn't edit yesterday's vlog because I was hanging out with my brother most of the day. And then when I came home from that, my social battery was drained and I just crashed. So I slept for like an hour. And then after that, I just basically played Xenoblade Chronicles X until Kayla was off. And now we are on a Discord call watching Steven and Mal George play Breath of the Wild. We would watch them play Tears of the Kingdom, but we like to kind of binge watch them like in batches, so we're waiting for more episodes to be uploaded before we actually watch them, because Kayla doesn't want to be caught up, because they want to kind of watch everything all at once. So I just decided, you know what, we'll put Breath of the Wild on in the meantime, and I feel like that'll be a decent enough substitute until more Tears of the Kingdom videos are posted. We are also watching their playthrough of Moon RPG, or like the anti-RPG. It's a fun time. I'd highly recommend it. Just go to the YouTube channel Steven Plays, look for their Moon videos. And they did a playthrough for the game too, The Moon, so don't get it confused with that. It's just called Moon. It's a fun time. In any case, I think I've talked your guys' ears long enough, so I'm going to wind down, lay down for the night, and get some Z's before work tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are all wonderful people. And as always, and always remember to have yourselves a damn good one. Forgot my new intro.